Hey guys, and welcome to a new video. Today I want to make a top 10 list about the most expensive effects when it comes to unusuals, because I think some of it will not be kind of what you expect, and also I think it will be really useful to learn this stuff, kinda. It won't really, but you know. And I'll obviously be making a cheapest unusual effects in a couple of days, so stay tuned for that as well, and let's get right into it. Okay, so really quickly before we actually get into the list, I just want to say that this list is probably the one that surprised me the most. Out of all of the ones I've done, this is the one that surprised me the most. I didn't expect at least 7 of these effects to be on here. Okay, so there's a quick hint for you, I guess. Not really a hint, I don't know. At number 10 we have Spellbound, and I don't really see this unusual effect around that much because there are currently 346 hats that have this effect on. I researched, okay? And there's bound to be some somewhere, but I think in general this effect does look quite nice, but the rarity of the effect is the thing that really brings the price up, and the average price for this effect is 143 keys. At number 9 we have Arcana, and there are slightly less of these unusual effects around the place with 338 hats with this effect on, and the average price for it is 146 keys. I do see a lot more Arcana around the place, which is a little bit weird considering there are less of the effect around, but a lot of high tier traders like to get it and have some extra thing to pop on a combo, and I think people tend to prefer this to Spellbound, so yeah, that's probably why it's more expensive, maybe, I don't know. At number 8 we have Cloudy Moon. There are 879 hats out there with this effect on them, and the average price is around 169 keys. I didn't make that up, I promise. I really like this effect actually, because I think people have really good ways of making it look nicer with other effects on its own, and it looks really good. It looks really good with some of the Halloween effects because it matches the whole theme, because it is like a Halloween-y type effect, and it's quite common as well, so on some hats it will be much cheaper, and on other hats it will be really expensive. At number 7 we have Harvest Moon, which is a really cool green version of Cloudy Moon, and there are only 438 hats with this effect on, and the average price for this effect is 196.4 keys. I don't know why I added the 0.4 because I've skipped it on it. It doesn't matter. I really like the look of this unusual effect just because I'm a big fan of the colour green, and there are a lot of green effects out there, so you can easily make some pretty awesome combos. At number 6, this is where one of the biggest surprises come in, and that is the fact that this is the Abduction effect. And there are 196 hats with this effect on, and the average price for it is 200 keys. So it's not that much more than Cloudy Moon, but it is still like 4 keys up, and I think this effect does look quite cool. However, it would be nice to, have this effect be unboxable on other crates, because a lot of these invasion hats look really bad. Like, I don't like a lot of the invasion hats, but the effects look really, really cool and would do absolutely amazing and look absolutely amazing on other hats within the game. At number 5 we have Sunbeams. Honestly, I was expecting this one to be a bit higher, but even so there are 309 hats which exist with this effect on it, and it's been around for years, so you're going to have a lot of them. And the average price for a Sunbeams hat is around 205 to 206 keys. It's 205.96, but that's pretty much 206. And that is quite a large amount. However, the more expensive unusuals with this effect drag the average up, because there are quite a lot of unusuals that are generally quite cheap with this effect on, and you can get them for quite cheap. And stuff like the Team Captain, the KE, and all those really high tier hats drag this average up a lot, because you can get quite a lot of cheap ones, but the same thing happens with all the hats, so it's not really a surprise. At number 4 we have Scorching. There are 3,046 hats with this effect on, and the average price is 215 keys. I love this effect. It's probably one of my favourite effects in the game, just because of how nice it looks and the fact that it's a really high tier effect and it's green instead of like orange and red and stuff, which looks really cool because it's not what you regularly see. And when you think of high tier effects, people instantly go to burning and sunbeams and you know, scorching. But I really like the look of it, and I want to eventually get a hat or two with scorching on for me to keep forever and use in my videos and stuff, but I'm not sure which one to get yet. At number 3 we have It's a Secret to Everybody. There are only 453 hats with this effect on it, making it much rarer than the past couple of effects, with an average price of 229.3 keys. A lot of people really like this effect because there is a big skull on it and it's quite dark, which a lot of people are kind of into because they think that looks really, really cool. I myself am not a massive fan of this effect, but I can't say it doesn't look cool when it's on the right hat with the right loadout and stuff. And now that I've owned or seen more of these effects, I do also agree that it looks quite cool, but it's just not my choice of effect. At number 2, we have Burning Flames. There are a whopping 3,035 hats with the burning effect on, and the average price for a hat like this is 322 keys. Quite a jump from number 3. Burning Flames is probably one of the most iconic unusual effects in TF2, and one of the main unusual effects that are instantly recognised as God tier. I really like the look of burning, and I think it makes loads of sets look absolutely incredible. And if you want like a really high tier hat with this effect on, it is going to cost you a small fortune. At number 1 we have Nebula. There are only 180 hats with this effect on, and it has an average price tag of around 346 keys. And that is insane. I really wish they allowed Nebula to be opened in other crates, because that would mean it would be unboxed on much nicer hats. Maybe there'd be a Nebula TC come out, which would just be insane, and that would be amazing to see. And yeah, that's the only reason this effect is that expensive right now, is because there's only 180 hats and no more will come out. And it suffers the kind of same drawback as the abduction effect. However, this effect is absolutely beautiful, and I love seeing it around on trade servers and stuff. Maybe one day I will own a Nebula hat, I don't know. So that is all for this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and what would you like to see next? I've got quite a lot of ideas coming up soon, and I might focus my kind of attention on this stuff as well as like a few different videos. I'm kind of worried about this schedule just because I didn't know I'd be this busy during the summer, not just making videos, but everything else going on at the same time. So I have a lot less time than I thought. But I should be able to do it. Maybe if I just do one video a day for a few days, I can get a backlog of videos so that when I have enough time, I can just upload a bunch of them, and all of the videos that I don't make in the summer just will come out afterwards. I am going to try and make it like while summer's still relevant, but it's kind of hard to do because I do need to get ahead quite a bit, and I don't have the time for that right now. So yeah, anyway, thanks for enjoying this video. I hope you did enjoy it, and not me just not assume that you did. And I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.